So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I got a question for you. You ever heard of the saying, love is sacrifice? Well, it's the tagline for a new movie, and it's usually taken figuratively. But in the case of the movie The Forest Through the Trees, it's taken literally. Let's get into it. What are we waiting for? Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316, as it says on the sign, because JeffMan316 Live is when we do live streams, usually Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. We watch along to a movie. This time we're not watching along to a movie. We're talking about a movie, and the movie is The Forest Through the Trees. So The Forest Through the Trees is co-written and directed by a friend of the channel, Jason Pitts. He gave me the honor of watching the movie in advance. And so you might recognize him. I've talked to him in the past. He did Voorhees, Night of the Beast, Voorhees After the Beast, Alone. One of my favorites was Masquerade. It starred Olivia Disney. I've talked about that on the channel. It's pretty awesome. You should check that out. But like I said, he gave me the honor of being able to watch a screener of his new film. Those other films are like in the short form. They're not really, feature length. But this is his first feature length film that he's done. So this stars Annie Sullivan, James Stokes, Olivia Disney, Scott Dawes, and some other supporting cast members that you might recognize if you watch some of Jason Pitts' other features. It's obviously, like I said, directed by Jason Pitts. It's going to be released in 2025. This is a horror film that delves into multiple themes, including sacrifice and trauma. The story involves Chloe, played by Annie Sullivan, and her stepfather Ken, played by James Stokes, as they grapple with the mysterious disappearance of Kathy, who is Chloe's mother and Ken's wife. Chloe is supported through this terrible ordeal by a special friend named Ava, played by the always amazing Olivia Disney. Those three main characters, they join forces to search for Kathy, and it leads them to a sinister demon-worshipping cult in a remote forest location. The film's strength lies in this compelling cast, especially the two female leads. Annie Sullivan delivers a standout performance as Chloe.
What are you going to do to me?
Small ritual.
She portrays a young woman marked by heterochromia and is targeted by the cult for a demonic ritual. And you might ask, what's heterochromia? Well, I asked ChatGPT, and here's what it told me. It's a condition where a person has two different colored eyes, or variations in the coloration within a single eye. This condition can be genetic. It can be acquired during injury, disease, or medications. This actually plays a very important part in the story, which I'm not really going to spoil here, but if you use your imagination, you'll probably be able to guess the importance. Next up, we have Olivia Disney, who delivers a very powerful performance here with her portrayal of Ava.
You're a smart one.
Chloe's steadfast friend and romantic partner. She adds depth to the story, which is highlighted by the bond between those two female leads. It really does transcend just a normal friendship. And their relationship serves as a pillar, or maybe like the backbone of the story as it unfolds, which emphasizes the film's exploration of love, sacrifice, trauma, like I said. I'd be remiss, though, not to mention the strong male leads that also are in this film, James Stokes and Scott Dawes. James Stokes plays a man who is traumatized by his previous military experiences, and then you layer on the trauma of him losing his wife. It actually becomes too much for his character, which leads to a very emotional response in the second half of the film. Think like John Rambo style.
What's the third phase?
So let's talk about Scott Dawes. He's at the top of his game as the evil and manipulative Julian.
Excruciating pain.
This character oozes creepiness and reminds me of that old preacher named Cain from the Poltergeist 2 movie, ironically, who was played by an actor named Julian Beck. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the director, who obviously, like I said, is a friend of the channel, Jason Pitts. Like I said, I did an interview with him, so please check that out on previously on the channel. So director Jason Pitts, he's able to weave a story that's filled with themes of sacrifice and trauma, like I said. His characters are confronted with life and death choices. This underscores the lengths to which all these individuals will go through for the ones they love. I really do enjoy the story that he helped co-write here. This type of slow burn story about cults and their influence over family members reminded me of movies like from Ty West, House of the Devil, The Sacrament. You can also sprinkle in some maybe emotional trauma and manipulation from a film like Midsommar. So as you can see, I like slow burn horror, character driven movies. As I said in the beginning, the film's tagline, "Love is Sacrifice," that encapsulates the movie's central theme. The depiction of Chloe's struggle against the cult's sinister intentions serves as a metaphor for personal resilience in the face of overwhelming trauma. While the film presents a strong storyline and some insightful lessons, I guess, at the end, I will have a few minor critiques that I'm going to mention, though. One of the film's most striking elements, like I said, is the deliberate slow pacing, which allows the story to unravel slow, layer by layer. The tension builds steadily, drawing the viewers into a very eerie atmosphere in this remote forest setting. But this approach may be a challenge to some audience members who are accustomed to like gore or really action-oriented horror movies. Maybe a few minutes could have been trimmed out in that final act, and maybe it was a little bit slow for my taste, but it didn't overall ruin my enjoyment of the film. Ultimately, The Forest Through the Trees is a thought-provoking and emotionally charged horror movie experience for all. While not without its flaws, it does succeed in weaving a very compelling narrative that will linger with you and me long after the credits roll. So fans of atmospheric slow burn horror, you're going to find a lot to like in this unsettling tale of both love and sacrifice. So I know the film is going to debut soon. Head over to the Facebook page of The Forest Through the Trees. You can look up Jason Pitts. I'll put any links that I can down below. I want to thank Jason for trusting me with watching this screener and giving my opinion online. I know this film matters a lot to him. You can really tell when I'm starting to talk to a lot of these people online that make films, whether it be Peter Anthony, a friend of the channel, Jason Pitts, or others. They've built like this family atmosphere within the group that they work together with. They're not just friends, they really are family. So I kind of think that it's ironic, it looks like they do a lot of sacrificing for each other to get these films made. That's why I love independent films. If you talk to some of these people, you realize their love of film, their love of the art, and they really want to work together to create something that you and I can enjoy. So you put all that blood, sweat, and tears into it. It's hard to not like some of these independent films just for that. But this one actually has a compelling story, and like I said, I really do like the themes, and I like that it's comparable to some of the other horror movies that I mentioned that I really do enjoy. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. If you did, throw a like on my video, please. Do that with any video you watch. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. After you do that, make sure you hit the notification bell, and that way you can know when I post new videos, whether it be a review or a movie hunt, or I just do some kind of physical media discussion on the channel. I really appreciate, like I said, once again, Jason, for allowing me to review this film. And hopefully you guys will be able to check it out soon, and you can enjoy it just like I did. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.